Got a few minutes while the kids are watching a show, so I can tell you a little bit about one of my favorite rides in Michigan, M119, the Tunnel of Trees. Now this particular footage is going north. Me and the wife were on a larger trip, a spring trip. If you want to see more about that, it's linked up right here. But let's get into the Tunnel of Trees. Here we are headed north through the Tunnel of Trees. This is leaving the Tunnel Vision Brewery about 12 miles from the southern start of M119. So it's not the beginning of the M119, but I would say it's the beginning of the Tunnel of Trees. M119 is officially 27 miles long, and while those 12 miles we aren't showing here they go through some semi-urban areas and not really video worthy. And how much of this is actually video worthy? Well, that's why I'm playing it back at double speed. Not like I'm trying to pretend to be a racer or anything. We've already had a long day in the saddle, and it's one of our first 2-up trips in a long time, so no need for any knee dragging here. You can see my posted speed in the Dashware layover. Dashware is pretty cool software that takes a video file and a GPS file. You have to manually sync them a little bit unless you're using something like the Garmin Verb that records both files together. But I think it's worth the manual effort to have a nice record of the trip. So when playing back at double speed, you can see how fast I'm actually going. I also feel that this double speed is a better representation of what it feels like to ride this road, because it is very narrow, has no center line, and often has trees right next to the edge of the road. While I'm only going 45, 47, 50 miles an hour most of the time, it feels a lot faster. I can't find any document that specifically calls this out, but I believe this road is exempt from a lot of the newer safety regulations, like having to have a minimum road width, having a center line, and setbacks from the edge of the road, because it's designated as a scenic byway, not a highway. We've passed a few cars already. I'll keep a tally of the road users we see. The wiki site for M119 says on an average day there are between 2,000 or 15,000 travelers on this road. If you've ever been to the area in the fall color season, that higher number is very understandable. The place is crowded almost to the point of madness. Today in early spring, it looks like the numbers will be well below that lower limit, which makes the ride even more enjoyable in my opinion. As I said, we've enjoyed coming to the area in the spring. The trees aren't full of leaves yet, so there are more views of the lake. Less people around, the trillium are popping. You can see several places just off the road blanketed in trillium and creating a white field. Now, you saw I wiped the camera there. There are lots of bugs in the air this time. They seem to band together and we'd hit them in waves, so because of that I'm trying to clear the lens of the GoPro a few times. And like here, not doing such a great job, just smearing bug guts around. But you can still see the road is twisty, and there's good views of the lake off to the left. Time to just let the scenery play out. We'll catch you towards the end of the tunnel. Okay, coming up on a car here. The first time we found a car heading the same way that we are. I'm slowing down. We're almost to where we were going. I'm not showing that I want to pass, but eventually he does move over and let me through. I've had this several times on this road, but also a few encounters with people not yielding, not letting me through, and it's tight and twisty and narrow enough that it's very difficult to pass without some help from the leading vehicle. So total road users saw 11 cars, 3 motorcycles, 5 bicycles, and 1 RV. Of course, that's only over about 20 minutes, so I'll let you do the math and see if that aligns with the wiki article saying about 2,000 road users on a light use day. Here we are coming up to Legs Inn, one last camera swipe. It's a great place with some great food. Earlier today there was a bicycle ride called Zoo de Mac. Something like 4,000 bicycles leave the zoo bar and come along this section of M119 and continue to Mackinaw City and then eventually Mackinac Island. That's why you see all these porta potties around. Cars parked alongside the route have a bunch of bicycle racks on them. Here we are at the end. We're going to go in and grab some dinner. It was definitely a great trip. I love coming to this road.